There are two ways to move a group of nodes within a polyline. First, I need to create a polyline with a lot of nodes. I'll take a symbol from the symbol fonts. I'll click the symbol button and then select the MillWrite symbols, and I'll select the flame font. I'll pick the flame that is the digit 5 in that font. I'll draw a vertical line to show how tall I want the flame to be. The mouse has automatically moved over to the right side of the screen so that I can alter the text or tool parameters. But in this case, I want to convert the symbol to a polyline, so I move the mouse back into the drawing and click it one time to let MillWrite know that I want to go back to the drawing. Then I let the mouse hover over the symbol, click the right mouse button, and select the Convert Menu option. I select Break into Polylines. Now it's a polyline rather than a character in a font, which is why the tab on the right side of the screen now shows Item rather than text. I will rotate it to make the flames vertical. I click the right mouse button and select the Rotate Item option, and then click the flame with my left mouse button and rotate it. When the mouse is hovering over the polyline, the right side of the screen shows that it is an open polyline with 93 links. The mouse is hovering over a link that is a spline. This particular flame is made up of splines. I will now click the right mouse button and select the option to Move Link. Now when the mouse is hovering over a link, the mouse icon changes to show Move Link. And when I click the left mouse button, that particular link in the polyline moves, and both of the nodes move. However, if I let the mouse hover over a node within the polyline rather than a link, the mouse icon changes to show the words Move Links, and links is plural. When I move the mouse back over the link, notice how the icon changes. When I click the left button on a node, all of the links from that node onward will move as a group. If I now click the left button on this node, I move all of the nodes from that one to the end of the polyline. And I can do it from this node onward, and from this node onward. If I want to move only the nodes within this particular flame at the beginning of the polyline, I cannot click this node because that will move everything from that node to the end of the polyline like this. I will press the Escape key to cancel. One method to solve this problem is to reverse the direction of the polyline so that this flame is at the end of the polyline instead of at the beginning. You can reverse a polyline by clicking the right mouse button over it and then selecting the Convert menu, and then selecting the option to reverse the polyline. But the easiest way is to remember to press the letter R on the keyboard for reverse, and it will reverse the polyline, as you can see by how the pink arrow changes its direction, and how the larger start node switches from one end to the other. Every time you press R, the polyline reverses its direction. So now when I click the left mouse button on that node, only that flame moves. If I click this node, then every node from that one moves. If I now reverse the polyline again, I can move the nodes towards the other end of the polyline. If I move the mouse onto a link within the polyline, I go back to moving only two nodes of that link. If I now click the right mouse button for the menu and select the option to move node rather than move link, then I can move individual nodes within the polyline. Another way to move a group of nodes is to mark them, and then use the option to move the marked nodes. So when the mouse is not hovering over anything, I can click the right mouse button and select this option to select or mark nodes. I can then draw a box around the nodes I want to select, or I can click the button at the upper left corner to draw an arbitrary shape around the nodes I want to select. The nodes within that shape will be selected. Once those nodes have been marked, I can use any of the functions at the top of the screen, or I can click the left button on any of those marked nodes and drag all of them as a group. If I want to unmark a node, I can click the right mouse button over it, or use the right mouse button to draw a box or an arbitrary shape around the nodes I want to unmark. Another method of controlling which nodes move is to mark the node that you want the movement to stop at. For example, I will click this node to mark it, and then I set the mouse back to Move Link. Now when I click one of these nodes, all of the nodes will move up to that marked node. So now only the nodes within this one flame are moving. Whichever node I click on, only the links from that node to the marked node will move. Marking and unmarking the nodes with the mouse is a bit of a nuisance. The easiest way to mark and unmark nodes is to use the hotkey, which is the key with the /. Let the mouse hover over a node and press that key to mark it. And if it's already marked, it will become unmarked. So I will mark this node, and all of the nodes will move from the node that I click on to that particular marked node. This node is still marked, so if I click this node, all of the nodes up to that marked node will move. I will mark this node with the / key, and all of the nodes within this particular flame move, but none of the other flames move. If I mark this node, then only the nodes in this flame move. When there are some marked nodes, the Marks button appears at the top of the screen, and this lets me hide marks. Now all of the marks are gone, so if I move one of the nodes, everything moves to the end of the polyline. If I then unhide the marked nodes, all of the marks reappear, and I can resume moving only one flame at a time. When I'm finished, I can select the option to remove all of the marks.